So yeah, today's a quick AMA. It's gonna last about 30 minutes-ish, and then we'll jump back into doing some GT-izzle, you know what I'm saying? So how this is gonna work, though, is we're gonna keep it pretty simple. I think it's kind of, I'm not gonna say awkward. Well, I am gonna say awkward, because it can be a little awkward when a viewer has to get on in front of, in front of a lot of people and ask his questions. So we're just gonna have you guys ask questions in the text chat in the Discord. So if you wanna ask, you'll ask text chat, you'll ask Discord, and I'll answer it. Okay? You guys as viewers will be able to get the same question and answer, so. What is your dream celeb slash boxing MMA match? Like, who would I want to fight? If I had to choose one person in Twitch? Fighting Ninja or X would be cool. Shroud would be cool, because me and Shroud have, like, we're pretty similar, it seems to me, at least, like, height and body weight wise, you know what I mean? We're pretty fair, I think. But I don't want to punch any of those guys. Do you ever felt like you're overworking or want to take a nice holiday to chill out? My holidays throughout my career have always been gaming events. No, it doesn't ever feel like I overwork myself, no. If there had to be, like, a wait between days I woke up and was dreading streaming versus days that I woke up and was excited to get on stream, I would say it's like 80-20. Actually, probably more 90-10 in favor of I'm excited to get on stream. It's pretty rare if I wake up and I'm like, I gotta stream. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen very often. Thoughts on people moving to YouTube? Is Twitch still a place you see staying? I guess we'll just see where the future holds us. I'm not really one about burning bridges. I think it's a crazy Twitter, let's say streaming has turned into this crazy world where it's very, I'm not gonna say very mainstream. It's getting mainstream, and it's very big money involved, and money's influential, dude. You know, it's not. You know, people. I mean, you put yourself in that position. You know, somebody offers you the world.
If you could live in any movie world,
your whole life.
Also, if there's a slow mod for the Discord that might be good, this shit's going
to this different
LOL.
IP address, this different website URL. You know, it's just put yourself there. It's not an easy decision. You know, do you wish streaming was as fun as it was 3 or 4 years ago? Nah, I still find streaming as fun, if not more fun than it was 3 or 4 years ago. I would say that I would have to kick it farther than 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It was definitely a different website and complete different community feel. But it was one better than the other? Not really. I like both kind of sides of Twitch that have shown themselves. There was just less viewers back then, you know, and now there's more, and now there's more streamers, and yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad thing when there's more. Are you gonna play New World when it comes out at the end of this month? You know, dude, I don't have an MMO itch, bro. I don't have an MMO. Would you plan to have clan member or clans, a clan of players from the community PvP? If we do it, we'll have the 1G clan and have like big groups and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, because I don't know how I'm gonna feel a month from now, you know, or however long I have to wait for it. But yeah, I go through these weird gamer modes. Sometimes I'll be trying to convince myself to play a single player game. Sometimes I'll fall into this MMO itch where I can't stand any other game besides MMOs. I just need something to like work for. I need something to grind for every day. And that's kind of where NoPixel is a good place right now. It's like, I know how people make fun of NoPixel because it's an MMO more than an RP world, right? Kind of at this moment. But that's what's kind of cool about it. You kind of pick your poison, you know? If you want to like choose this as like a grindy kind of world, you can. And if you want to choose it as like a go fuck off and do whatever world, you can. So it's kind of nice too in that aspect. I don't know why I decided to go with that. Why do you think Naruto's the best anime? I don't think it's the best anime. I'm not gonna say the best anime, but I do think, why does it hold a specific place in my heart? Cause man, Naruto brings a different type of vibes as a character than any other anime character, and their character progression for everybody is very important to me, and it's not very important to me in other shows, you know, like it is in that one. And it's like my childhood, man. I like to think that Naruto played a role in how I handle myself, you know. If you can develop a game, what kind of a game would you create? Probably be a simple game first. I would probably, well, not a simple game. I'd probably try to be some sort of successor to All Points Bulletin. How sad were you when that Molotov killed you? I was absolutely heartbroken.
Thank you for being
I was absolutely heartbroken.
Entertaining us all.
I still remember, I couldn't hear it, but it kind of broke my heart a little bit. And I don't know if any of you guys know this, but, you know, the crowd got real into trying to pump me up. They were chanting Summit, you know, and, yeah, I kind of failed them. Would I do an OOC stream with Anthony in the near future? Of course, of course, of course, of course. If you can live in the... And listen, guys, you can't do this donation stuff. If you can live in any movie world, Matrix. My good sir, thank you for being here and entertaining us all. Thank you so much, guys, for all the donuts. I appreciate it, brothers. So, yeah, to get on to that question, yeah, it was a very heartbreaking experience. I remember telling Desiree that, like, yo, I want to leave tomorrow. We were supposed to stay there for a few days. And I remember saying, yeah, I want to go back on a plane home tomorrow. Like, I didn't want to walk back in that building. I had to sign autographs after.
Naruto was my #1 for the longest time.
That was hard, too.
I watched One Piece and took its rightful place.
Yeah, ESPN called, asked for an interview. Nah. I forgot about that. What was my favorite class to play in Ragnarok Online? Oh, God, what was that knight called? I don't remember what the knight was called. The dude who rode the chocobo that was not the paladin. It's the, fuck, I forgot what the knight was called in that game. But, yeah, I like playing that guy. I'd have the spear, and then I'd fuck people up with, like, my spear spirals and stuff or whatever, and then I'd swap to my two-hand sword, and then Berserk on their ass, and then Berserk would pop your health all the way back to full HP, but the catch was you couldn't do shit else. Like, you were fucking in it for it. You were in it at that point. I liked playing that character. Yeah, very heartbroken over that tournament, but, I mean, pretty much, what do you do in that situation, right? If you Molotov yourself in front of hundreds of thousands of people, right? I mean, the only thing you can do is really get in front of it, kind of roll with the punches, make fun of yourself with them, you know? Because if I took a stand and tried to, like, work against it, tried to shut it down in my channel, yo, don't fucking say 1G in my channel. Don't fucking mention the Molotov, you know? We don't talk about that shit here. You know what I'm saying? May have had a different outcome. But instead, we decided to kind of just fucking grit our teeth and make fun of myself with everybody, and, you know, it's a little easier now. The monitor punch, it's not similar. I wasn't mad about that. Well, I was obviously mad about it. I was mad about something else that caused it. I punched my monitor that night and got offline, and I didn't look at anything on social media that night. I just fucking chilled and watched shows or chilled out, right? And I thought to myself, like, man, the internet's just gonna fucking eat you alive tomorrow. I was like, you're gonna get on the internet tomorrow, there's gonna be videos about your dumbass. People are gonna be mad at you for fucking, for letting your emotions get the best of you, you know what I'm saying? And I get on, and it was the polar, I legitimately thought that. The polar opposite. I couldn't believe it. I was so fucking baffled by how the internet and Twitch took that. I was very stoked about it. I was very happy to see how the internet took that. How they weren't mad at me about it, you know? What was your top 3 favorite G Fuel flavors? Probably sour chug rug. Actually, I don't know about that one. I haven't had that in a while. I'm gonna say Raging Gummy Fish, Cotton Candy, and what's that other one I normally like? Hold on. Raging Gummy Fish is the ultimate fucking love that shit, especially if it's powder form. Powder form Raging Gummy Fish is so good. Oh yeah, Pixel Potion is what I was trying to think of. That's like a grape flavor if you like grape. Outside of CG, who are your favorite characters to interact with? Probably Clean Boys. But if I had to say outside of Clean Boys, Jack and Peanut. Judd is CG. So is Hutch. Ziggy, absolutely. Favorite cop, hands down. It's not even close. Carter, like hanging out with Carter. I like fucking with this cop, and I like hanging out with this cop of mine. Mac, absolutely. Come on, guys. Don't make me sit here and fucking pick apart my friendships. Yeah, you had an opportunity to rejoin Mythic and get back into semi-pro CSGO right at the time you were in a new game slump. Why not take the opportunity? Because I know what commitment it takes. And I can't say that I'd be 100% committed to that. Or I can't say if I can commit to that at this point. And there's no saying that I won't take that opportunity in the future if it presents itself again. How do you feel with people looking up to you, thinking you're their idol and role model? Just try not to fuck that up too bad, you know? You know, a lot of parents will trust their little ones to watch my channel, so I wouldn't want to do anything that influences them in, you know, really bad ways in life. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not perfect on that front, though. I have gambled on stream and shit like that, so I'm not like some great role model. Yeah, where do you see your career in 10 years? Hopefully exactly where it is today. I don't have bigger plans for anything. I found what I like doing in life. Would you be willing to hear a pitch for a game idea, the whole business plan kind of thing? Yeah, but I don't know what pitching it to me would do because I'm not willing to invest in a game at this point. You think Twitch 8K bitrate saga is the same as is with CSGO MM servers 128 tick? Do you think the cap will be raised at any time soon?
The reason why everyone reacted positively regarding the monitor punch is because you're genuine.
Here's my thought, though.
It's why you have stable viewership too, despite the game.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. Trust me, I enjoy the respect. That's what's up. That's a huge thing for me. Give respect, get respect. Shit. I forgot what you said, and I forgot what I answered. Or I forgot what I said. Do you think taking advice from Goof and Rat will help you in racing? Sucks to see you go up on a certain level of racing skill. No. I don't think them being able to, like, I don't think them explaining something to me will help me learn, like, to get to their level. You know what I mean? I think, you know, a portion of their level comes from the controller, and then another portion of it comes from just, like, their knowledge of the game, you know? Bro, for a lot of people, you're the hero, but who is yours? You know, besides my dad, I don't really have a hero, I guess. Mang? I've never really looked up to anybody in that way. What career do you think you would have if streaming didn't work out? I'd probably be working a minimum wage job at a grocery store or something. Will you please do an anime tier list? Nah. I've watched a lot of anime. I'd have to go through and find out all the ones I watched first. Silent Terror, thanks for the 10 giftos. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome, guys, to the squad. Hope you enjoy yourselves here. Silent, good to see you, brother. What's your favorite sci-fi movie? Matrix. Do you see yourself playing CSGO in the future? Maybe. Any chance you returning to John Charleston? Probably not. I don't really like the cops right now, or their position. I think they're... Well, let's say this. I don't like their position in regard to me playing them. They're too easy. What's your favorite Naruto arc? Probably when, about the time Naruto meets with Eight Tails and learns from him. If you can go to the Matrix red carpet premiere, would you want to go? Oh, of course. Meeting Keanu Reeves in real life is definitely a goal. One day. Just shake his hand. Yo, are you concerned about the younger generation being influenced to try and enter streaming too late in an oversaturated market and not focus on their education? Nah, I don't think it's any different than us playing video games as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little bit exacerbated because of streaming and people wanting to push this, but, I mean, that's the time to try stuff when you're a kid, you know? It's worse, if you're an adult trying to do it and, you know, you don't got your priorities straight. I would always recommend if you try streaming, you have your priorities straight. When I was streaming, I just moved into my first apartment and didn't want to lose that apartment. So I made damn sure that I was working full-time while streaming, and it didn't always amount to fun. Then again, I was also that guy who was fucking full-time job at work, getting home, vanilla World of Warcraft, trying to grind Gladiator. These motherfuckers, these farmers that were getting paid, that were fucking creating the hardest curve known to man. A week or two ago, you mentioned that your stream would be so much better. Can you give us a hint on what's coming? I'm just gonna be, at some point, I'll be in a better place in life. Is that 2 weeks from now? No. Do you think Twitch is 8K bit? Okay, that's the one. Do I think it's like CSGO's MM tick rates? No, because I don't think CSGO's ever going to change their tick rates. Do I think Twitch's 8K bit rate will change eventually? Yeah, sure, eventually. Do I think that's anytime soon? No. Do I give a flying fuck about 10K bit rate? No. Streams look so fucking good compared to what they used to. You know, I used to stream on 1500 bit rate. Counter-Strike 1.6, 1500 bit rate, 4.3 monitor. It was actually a CRT monitor. Can you imagine? I played 640 by 480. Yo, I don't participate in that shit. Do you think in the future NoPixel can possibly be outdone in the GTA RP world? No, not anytime soon. But anything's possible in the future. Maybe Coil one day will be a raging dickbag, a bigger one. I'm joking. Nah, I think NoPixel's got good devs with good head on their shoulders. I think one of the things I didn't like about the RP world before was just, you know, people can take power like that to your head, you know what I'm saying? You live in a world like that for too long, and that shit's gonna start seeping into your brain a little bit, that you're this fucking badass, you know? And so far, the NoPixel devs have been really, really good about not doing so. Keeping a good level head about shit. And I mean, and if it wasn't like that, they would have banned me a long time ago. If it wasn't like that, X would never be back in that server, you know? Good level head. Sab's one of those guys for sure, you know what I mean? I'm not saying Sab's an admin, but I'm saying that Sab's like one of those staples of the NoPixel world, and is one that keeps his, I mean, I would say his head level almost all the time. It's like, sometimes I'll get caught and I'll be so fucking pissed. But I'll be at the very least, the silver lining will be, I got Bass, he knows I'm pissed, and he just runs you through the process, man, you know? Just like he knows. Like, okay, this motherfucker don't want RP, just send him through, get him out of here, you know? And it's like, I may not appreciate that at the time, because I'm still pissed, but I do appreciate that. Do you think you'll ever get back into esports in any capacity? I'm very competitive. I don't think that's anything I'll ever be able to change about myself. I'll never be able to take a coaching role on a Counter-Strike team. Let's just say that. I think I'll always want to look for an edge in a competitive game. Now, I've always personally thought the best games that I would personally play was something along the lines of Halo. I'm not really good at tracing and following your movements, but I'm good at hitting a shot from here to there, from here to there, and here to there. I can hit my whip shots very nice, but I can't trace very well. So I always thought I would be pretty good at a Halo game. So we'll see what happens with Halo. And any other shooting game in the future is always a possibility of me taking it seriously, but it's just a low possibility. I'll give you an example. I've been offered to play, you know, pro Counter-Strike probably 3 or 4 times now in my Counter-Strike era during my streaming career. And each and every time I've given it fair thought. I've given it the fair thought process, but have always turned it down for the stream. How did you get your name, and where did the 1G come from? From Counter-Strike 1.6. There was we used to have not just clans in Counter-Strike. We would also have clubs. So you would have your Counter-Strike clan, you would have your Counter-Strike club. It was kind of like, you know, being able to spread, you know, have bigger friendships without, you know, affecting your Counter-Strike clan. So there was a Counter-Strike club called 1G First Generation, and it was one of the very high, notoriously known for having very good players in their club. There was clubs that just had friends in it, and there was clubs who had very good players in it. They were like, reputation was a big thing, right? I can tell you a couple of those were SEAL Team and 1G. Those are probably the 2 big ones. One Hit maybe up there a little bit. I would tag a couple different fuck around names when I played Counter-Strike. One of those was Summit1g, and the other one was like Turtle ST. Yeah, good thing. Yeah, well, I mean, Summit was my actual name, so Summit was a play on my name. Summit was actually a name that was I don't know how I came up with the name Summit, but I used it in this game, and a buddy, well, who's now a buddy of mine, he wasn't a buddy at the time. His name was Mark Mastermind. And his team was the best team in North America. And I remember scrimming against them. And I just, you know, in Counter-Strike, you just go off sometimes. God takes over the fucking wheel. And sometimes you are a god. And you will never be able to retain that, right? You scratch it a little bit. You feel it, right? One game every couple months, whatever. And I was just God mode against these guys, right? And I was tagged Mussman at the time. So he always called me Mussman from that day forward. He considered that my cheater name. Mussman was my cheating tag, you know what I mean? I mean, years later, you know, he's a friend, you know. He obviously knows I don't cheat now. And, but yeah, that's how Mussman became alive. And then Mussman, when I would tag him, I just would throw 1G at the end of it. And one tournament we went to, I tagged up for the tournament, the whole tournament, and we won that bitch. And it was on LAN, and I got a message when I got home on IRC from the owner of 1G, and threatening to beat people up was a big thing back in those days. We were all kids. So So yeah, he messaged me and said, you know, don't let me catch you at the next LAN. Don't let me catch you tagging 1G. You know, I'm gonna get that ass. And this was a guy that I had always heard stories about and how he would beat people up at LANs. So I immediately was apologetic, right? Oh, bro, please. I will, anything from like anything, you know, it wasn't serious, just tagging for fun, you know, won't happen again, yada, yada. And then he's like, I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm not like that, man. I'm just messing with you, bro, yada, yada, yada. Ends up being a cool guy. His name's Tiger. And, you know, I don't know a lot about him, right? It's not like we became best buds and we were messaging each other. But I took that as a sign of, like, you're cool. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it wasn't like as a sign of, like, you're in 1G. And I was never in 1G. Don't get it twisted. I don't go telling people that. But when I made my Twitch account, I was coming from a different website. I actually didn't start on Twitch because Twitch didn't have a 1.6 category. I started on a website called Owned. Owned 3D is what I call it. That's where actually some other guys you might know of are from too. Guys like Destiny, guys like Athene. Those guys were also on Owned when I got started. And what's it called? Yeah, I would get some viewers over there. There's not a whole lot of chat interaction. So because of that reason, not a lot of chat interaction and just didn't feel like it was an actual that many people watching me, I decided to swap. So I came over to Twitch. And when I came over to Twitch, Summit was taken. Summit was not taken on Owned, but it was taken on Twitch. So me thinking this isn't anything, this is just, I mean, you have to understand that it's just like some random stupid thing you picked up, just like a fucking video game that, you know, just like, I'm gonna try this stupid thing, you know? What do you want your name to be? Summit1g, who cares? You know what I mean? Little did I know that decision was gonna lead me to saying the same fucking line a million times over. Can we get some 1Gs in the chat? I just... Oh, man. I didn't. Lando podiumed. What'd he get? Sorry to take so much time on one question. Do you work out at all? Not as much as I should. Have you ever thought about playing any racing simulators like iRacing? Not really. I'm not interested necessarily unless I got like a really cool setup. I want to like have the stick shift and I want to have the clutch and all of it. You know what I mean? You ever gonna watch Clone Wars? Yeah, maybe. Can we get a welcome to the fam? Blam. Of course you can. You are excited to see how huge Valorant can get with lands and the prize pools, etc. I wouldn't say excited is the right word. Casually watching from the sidelines, just more so, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really excited about too much with things I'm not involved in, I guess, regarding games. Red Dead RP sometime in the future? Probably, maybe, who knows. So, how do you like your new monitor? Thinking about making the switch to the G7? Solid. I'll understand, though, that it's heavy. So if you don't decide to use the normal monitor stand and you want to get, like, you know, a monitor arm, just take in mind it's heavy, so you're going to need something that can handle a little bit of weight. When putting pants on, do you go left or right leg first? That's a fantastic question. That's a tough one to, like, just figure out, right? Yeah, I jump into my shit, dude, both at the same time. Yeah, I fall a lot. I'm right first. Am I? I don't fucking know. I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure it's right first. I'll figure it out tomorrow or something. We'll rain check on that. No, I've never done the lower vault. Really enjoyed the days when you raced the Sylvia. Any chance of seeing the S15 again? Not before the R32, and the chances of seeing two S-Cars are very low. Did you ever get Carolina Snake or a Lizard? No. Who's your most entertaining streamer to watch when chilling? I don't know, man. I'm weird, dude. Depends what I'm doing. On my computer or on my phone. Some people I like Shots. I like listening to Shots. He's a guy I'll have on my stream in the mornings a lot. When I'm sleeping, I'll put him on my chest, my phone. I like to sleep with my phone on my chest.
Imagine
with a stream going on.
Pants and having to keep that big ass head from toppling you over every day.
And then on the computer, Lyric probably. Lyric is probably my most respected streamer on the platform. The guy who I have the most respect for, probably. You ever gonna play Destiny 2 again? Yes. Who's your favorite person to RP with right now? Rami and Hutch, probably. I mean, it's hard to choose between the boys. I really just love hanging out with everybody that's part of the boys, you know, like Mr. K, Judd, everybody, man, you know. Anto's been really fucking cool to hang out with. Chody's been fucking dope to hang out with. Chody's a underrated hangout partner. And if you guys don't know his channel, Chody's channel, it's Meatwrist, MEATWRIST, and yo, he's a good dude, and definitely deserves more viewership on his channel. IRL stream with Chang Gang soon. Who knows? Where are you going to speedrun FF7 casually, if ever? I would like to at some point in my Twitch career, Ikuya. It's a tall order, though, my friend. I've learned about 3 hours of the run, but when I take time off of learning it, I obviously have to relearn all of it. I actually have notes and the whole shebang and save states on my laptop. So if I ever went back, it's there. Any chance for chill out Sunday with party games like older days with like Golf It or something? It's possible. Are you gonna take a bigger role in the Tuner Shop story arc on Chawa? You know, I'm not. I want to tell you yes, man. But at the end of the day, dude, I feel like my difficulty in knowing, or not knowing the line, but properly being able to utilize the difference or tell the difference, and how am I trying to word this right now? I am bad at not being mad in real life about a Charles thing, rather than being mad on Charles and laughing about it in real life. Get what I'm saying? So big RP stuff, I feel like is just not good for Charles until I get better at that. I'm probably going to pass on New World for the time being unless I randomly get an MMO urge. What's the one piece of advice you would give to a small streamer? I'll give you the shebang, okay? Real fast. I have a very, very basic way that I would do things if I was new on Twitch.
Hard to draw the line between RP Chihuahua and yourself, Earl.
Yeah. So I've mentioned this a few times on my stream. I have a very, like I said, a very basic do this for good start process on Twitch to get your feet on the ground. Because in my opinion, the hardest thing to do is get your feet on the ground. And how you do so, how do you get noticed? In my opinion, I'm going to tell you the 3 qualities of Twitch. And then I'm going to tell you that it's dependent on what video game you play. In my opinion, the 3 qualities of Twitch are how interactive you are with your channel, how much of a community do you bring. I will give an example as to somebody like CoCarnage, who's very interactive with this chat, right? So people attract to that. They like to get responded to when they ask questions. So obviously there's a million motherfuckers right now that are not getting responded to. So I apologize. I know I'm not gonna get to all your stuff, but there is really good at your video game. Guys like Symphony, you know, guys like Snipe Down, guys like Shroud. I'm not gonna say Shroud because, well, I am gonna say Shroud because he does fit that mold very well. But, you know, I also kind of feel like that's taken away a little bit. Because then I have to say that about everybody else who that would not pertain to. Never mind. I will also say that, yeah, so if you're very good at your video game, if you can bring to the table what viewers cannot do themselves, it's also attractive to them, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're a Counter-Strike player who's at a certain level and you think you're good and you're watching a Counter-Strike tournament and motherfuckers are making your jaw drop, you might be enjoying that. So yeah, really good at your video game. And then last but not least is obviously how funny are you? How much comedy can you bring your channel? How much people are laughing while they watch you? That's guys like Tim the Tatman, who bring a big comedic, and CDM the Third, who bring comedic value to their channels. You know what I'm saying? Those are 3 heavy hitters, qualities to have on Twitch. You can have one of those things. You can have all 3 of those things. Obviously, you can have more things depending how much you want to break down. Those are the basic categories. And then also on top of that, which I consider very important as well, because you can have all 3 of those categories, but you still have to get noticed, right? And it's hard to get noticed if you're trying to be in one of 2 things. If you're trying to be in a very heavily saturated game where there's a fuckload of viewers and simultaneously a fuckload of streamers, chances are getting known is going to be difficult. You're going to be climbing that fucking gigantic ladder from step 1, and it's not going to be easy. The other choice is play a very small game where there's not a lot of people streaming it, or maybe nobody's streaming it. They're like, maybe it's a single player game that's from 2010. Who fucking knows, right? The choice of play whatever the fuck you want to play, right? And that is, in my opinion, the hardest thing to accomplish on Twitch. It's like the ultimate goal for for streamers on Twitch, in my opinion, is to become the variety gamer, right? To be able to do and play what you want and still maintain viewership, or at least a big percentage of your viewership. And that, in my opinion, is the hardest. It's the hardest to do from the start. Okay? No, not Soda Poppin'. Soda Poppin', yeah. Soda Poppin' is a variety streamer. But Soda Poppin' started as a main game streamer and then went to variety streaming. Lyric started as a main game streamer and went to variety streaming. You have to understand that starting as a variety streamer it's honestly next to impossible. I'm gonna be for reals. It's next to impossible. I hope people really like it, to be honest. Read this one, some very pog question. What was your first big expense after realizing your success on Twitch? What is the future expense you're looking forward to? My first big expense was, moving into a house probably, but it wasn't a house, we were just leasing, so. But that was a big expense. And then after that was the R35. Ever thought of buying a Mustang? Negative. Do you still get a little anxious starting up the string knowing how many people watch? No. Are you excited for BF 2042? No. Where is the old mouse pad with 1G on it? Somewhere hanging up. Check it on there.
Some, can you watch this clip of our man?
You're fucking... bro, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking me right now? Alright, dude. Okay. Well, he either throws it at the ground or fucking Hail Marys it. Does he?
Just wanted to say you're the only streamer I actively watch and have ever donated to. Keep up the good work, brother. Much love.
That's probably my favorite clip.
Get him! Good time, fucker!
How many times I hit this fool? I couldn't even pick anything up. I was so scared. That med kit, dude, you should grab that. Got a reload, got a couple magos.
Give me a fucking med kit, dude.
Get the fucking backpack, get the backpack.
Fuck it, fuck the backpack.
Dude, you need it.
Use your med kit, there you go.
That was awesome, man.
Oh!
Do you ever think all these people say you have...
I had another med kit. That guy had 2 on him.
Because you want to and not because you are bald.
You have another medkit.
Sorry to bring this up again, but at 15:45 on your video.
This is not happening right now, dude. Oh shit. It's not fucking happening right now, dude.
We killed all those fools, took all their shit. Alright, guys. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming through for the AMA Discord. Yeah, we could chit-chat like this a little more often. Once every, 17 months or something. I didn't think it was going to take me that long. I apologize, guys.